Where have you two been? You missed a great party. I know. And I'm sorry. But with things getting so bleak, I felt like I needed to go home and spend some time reconnecting with my family. I was such a miserable little filly when I lived with them. I never really appreciated what I had on the rock farm. So, I decided to spend some time working the fields with my father. And to my surprise, I actually learned to appreciate it a bit. That kind of work has a zen to it that I didn't understand when I was little. It really helped me sort out my feelings. And more importantly, I really got to know my mom and dad. I learned about our family's history, our ancient Stoic traditions, and how they see the world. And that is a treasure greater than even the best party. Well, that's great, Pinky. There ain't nothing better than family. I went home too, but I didn't stay there long. I did have a good long talk with my mother, and we cried a lot. But I still can't say things are good between us. There's just too much pain there to mend overnight. But things are better between us now, and I guess that's all I could hope for. After that, I really needed some personal time. But I guess now I'm not just one person anymore, am I? Rodin is always with me. So, we needed some personal time to come to grips with what we are now. You almost died, Dashy. Don't surprise me at all you needed some personal time. But I do have to ask, what's up with the eye patch? There isn't anything wrong with the Rodin, is there? Well, a few reasons. The first is this eye, well, he sees too much. It's too much information overload for day-to-day life. Also, ponies do tend to freak out a bit when they see it. So the patch is a natural choice. Besides, I think it makes me look at least 30% cooler. Well, I certainly won't argue with that. Are you sure about this arrangement, Rarity? This was supposed to be your big day. And you've put yourself on the bottom of the stack. Twilight, you and Ghidra, you obviously belong on the top. Fluttershy is a queen now and an immortal, and Discord is infamous in his own right. So the two of them certainly deserve the second tier. And even though Cadence has lost everything, she's still a former empress, and your brother was captain of the guard. Who am I? I'm a fashion designer with some very good friends, and Rav, as much as I love him, is the least well known of all the immortals. So he and I both agreed to this arrangement. So I will hear no objections to it, because like you said, this is my wedding, and I will arrange it as I please. Are you alone? Where are the rest of the nobles? The wedding starts in a couple of hours.
They aren't coming.
What? Why not?
I am truly sorry, Princess. Celestia sent us all a message in the middle of the night, telling us that any noble who showed their face at this wedding would be considered a traitor to Equestria.
No. Then, why are you here? Attending a wedding ain't worth your life.
If Celestia considers you a traitor, then I have to make a choice. Stand with you, or stand with her. I believe in the elements of harmony, Applejack, and I believe in you. I do not know what madness has possessed Celestia, but I know she must be wrong in this. So I have made my choice, and I will not be made to regret it.
Prince Blueblood, AJ, you two are... How? It's a long story, Pinky, and I'd normally be happy to tell you, but I think we have more pressing concerns. Are we gonna go through with this wedding knowing Celestia is openly gunning for us now? Nothing stops this wedding, AJ. I'm not waiting anymore. Not one more day. Well, alright. But what are we gonna do about the guests? I'm getting married today, even if only heaven is my witness.
No. This I will not tolerate. If the rich and the powerful will not honor me on the day of my wedding, Then summon the poor, the powerless, and the outcast. Summon the earth ponies, the pegasi, and the dragons. Any who are willing, let them come. And I shall give to them the honor which the nobles have so readily abandoned.
Elder Nimbus, please return to Cloudsdale and bring back as many ponies as you can find.
It shall be done. Mothra does right to honor you by summoning her kin, and the dragons can do no less. By your leave, I shall summon the dragons young and old, that they may both honor and be honored by this day.
Did he just call me a Mothra? What is a Mothra?
The dragons have heard of you, Fluttershy. They are naturally curious about you, as you were my apprentice. As such, they have chosen to honor you by giving you a dragon name.
Oh, well, what does it mean?
It literally translates as Butterfly Queen.
Oh, well, that is very sweet. Butterflies are very meaningful to me. They were what saved my life when I fell out of Cloudsdale. They even showed up in my cutie mark.
Sweet? I see. You do not understand. According to draconic lore, it is butterflies that collect the souls of the damned and deliver them to the underworld for eternal punishment. So, a more culturally relevant translation of Mothra would be the Queen of Damnation.
What? Really? Well, that's not very sweet at all. Do they think I'm some kind of a monster?
They would be very great fools indeed if they did not. You may not have realized this yet, Fluttershy, but immortal power is monstrous. Entire civilizations can rise with our blessing, and fall to our wrath. No other creature yields such power, and so every creature is right to fear us as monsters.
Well, I do have to admit, when I first met you, I did think you were a monster. But, as it turned out, only a monster had the power to save me.
The power to save and the power to destroy are one and the same. This is the paradox of power, and the great and terrible burden of all who seek it. That's all very nice, but what are we going to do about Celestia? She took the army north and may be fighting with Sombra at this very moment. You know if she wins, she will be coming south again with her army, ready and willing to finish off the last of her enemies. If she does, she will face the combined might of dragons and pegasi, not to mention the combined power of 5 immortals. She may be planning to banish us, but unless she has lost her mind entirely, I do not believe she will attack us directly. No, it is not her victory that imperils us, so much as her defeat. But either way, I have no right to interfere in her war, nor any confidence that any such interference would ultimately benefit us. So what then? We do nothing? We are doing something, Discord. We are getting married, as that is the only path of which I am certain. That is the path I intend to take.
The time has finally come for you to fulfill your destiny, Spike. Celestia, Mother, I'm not an assassin. I'm not going to kill any pony. Well, of course, Spike. I would never ask you to do anything you found morally unconscionable. You just stay here and watch how your mother handles her business.
Oh, this does look very familiar. An equestrian army on the Crystal Plains, bent on conquest?
Don't feign innocence with me, Sombra. You attacked Equestria before, and I know you are planning to do it again. That's not true, sister. I can testify to the fact that Sombra has done nothing to move the Crystal Ponies to war. Your action here is completely unjustified. Oh, Luna, my treacherous little sister. How long did it take him to convince you to abandon all the bonds of family and loyalty to join his cause? 5 minutes? 10 perhaps? No matter. You betrayed me once and suffered for it 1,000 years. I'm done trying to reform you. You are dead to me. There will be no banishment this time. Your blood shall mingle with his.
Is that your final word, then? We cannot dissuade you from your genocidal intentions?
The plague of Sombra and the Crystal Empire ends today.
There you have it. Straight from the horse's mouth. She's beyond redemption, Sombra. Do what you must.
Celestia is in trouble. Should we attack? Negative. Celestia has some sort of secret weapon. Her orders were clear. We are to hold until we receive her signal. Are you surprised? Did you perhaps believe that banishing me to the Shadow Plane had weakened me? I was born on the Shadow Plane. You did not weaken my power. You perfected it. Is this all you've got, Celestia? I was hoping for more. No matter. Your empire is long past its twilight. And I do believe it is time for the sun to set on Equestria forever.
I won't let you hurt my mother.
Impressive. Celestia, I compliment you. You have once again convinced an innocent to fight your battles for you. However, unfortunately for Spike, I am a shadow pony with a heart of crystal, and anything he can do, I can do better. Aren't you? The legend of Ghidra come to life. The destroyer himself. You are everything the prophecy promised. I have not witnessed such power in all of my days. And yet, it is not enough. All that I require to defeat you are a few more pylons. You are such a clever boy. But I'm afraid that is futile. This is the end for you, Spike. And it is a pity. You possess great power, but it would seem no one bothered to teach you how to use it. And so now, you are going to be nothing more than just one more corpse on Celestia's misguided path to Utopia.
Mother, help!
Yes, Mother. Do tell me you have something more than this to send against me.
That's the signal. All units, open fire. Why have you stopped firing? We're out of ammunition. Should I call the support battalion forward for a resupply? Don't bother. Nothing could have survived that. What is that? Oh no.
Oh, Celestia. I see your troops are as ill prepared as they were the last time we met. Too bad for them.
Activate the shields and get the supply checks up here ASAP.
Clever defensive magic, Celestia. You are indeed the cleverest fool I have ever met. But you really should not have chosen to fight me on my own ground. Is this it? Is there nothing more? Are you already out of tricks, Celestia? Seeing Ghidra, I had such hope that you had brought me a worthy challenge. Disappointing. I suppose I shall just have to be satisfied with your death.
You don't frighten me. You won't dare lay a claw on me. Without me, the sun will never again rise on the Crystal Empire.
Celestia, after all this time, are you still this blind? Very well then. I shall allow your sister a moment to illuminate you.
You cannot threaten the Crystal Empire with your tyrant son. As long as they have the Crystal Heart, they have no need of it. Or perhaps you were thinking that the Princess of Night and the King of Shadow would be afraid of the dark?
Luna, I know we have had our differences, but I cannot believe your heart has grown so cold that you could kill me. Abandon this foolishness and return to me. Together we can still defeat Sombra and restore the light to this world.
Restore the light? You do not illuminate the world with your light, sister. You never have. You only blind those foolish enough to look to you.
killing you may indeed bind both my heart and the world in ice forever. But I just don't care anymore. Your madness must end, whatever the cost. Besides, dear sister, you of all people should know, the cold never bothered me anyway.
We are gathered here today to bear witness to something which has not happened in over 1,000 years. An abyssal wedding. The marriage covenant is the first and most sacred of the abyssal blood covenants, as they believe marriage is the very source of life itself. The ceremony consists of 3 parts. First, they will make vows of fire, which represent the body. They will then make vows of water, which represent the spirit. And lastly, they will seal the covenant with a kiss, which represents the two becoming one. As they complete each of the vows and seal each circle, one of the 3 sacred candles will light. When all 3 are lit, the covenant is complete. Now, the King of Dragons, the King of Terror, and the High Lord of Abyssals, Ghidra, I beg that you honor us by now calling forth the brides.
She who would be bound to me, come forth and present yourself, that we may know you are worthy.
I am Twilight Sparkle, the Abyssal Princess of Wrath. On behalf of myself and my companions, I beg my Lord's mercy. I beg his kindness. I beg the protection of his house, the warmth of his heart, and the bounty of his wisdom and strength. I come to offer myself, mind, body, and soul, to fill his house with children, to fulfill his life with service, and to fill his heart with joy.
I see you, Twilight Sparkle, Abyssal Princess of Wrath. I have seen your faithfulness, your wisdom, and your honor. On behalf of myself and my companions, you and your companions may draw near and offer your covenant.
My lord, I do pledge to you the covenant of fire. I offer my body as your eternal possession, for the creation of children, for the service of your household, and for the perfection of our bond. In the spirit of love I give it, so in the spirit of love I do beg you receive it. This covenant I offer, with all the passion of my heart, the understanding of my mind, and the conviction of my soul.
This covenant I offer, with all the passion of my heart, the understanding of my mind, and the conviction of my soul. This covenant I offer, with the passion of my heart, the understanding of my mind, and the conviction of my soul.
In the spirit of love I do accept your covenant of fire, and in the spirit of love I offer you my own. To you who have offered all, and reserve nothing, I do offer you my own body as your eternal possession. For the creation of children, for the protection of my house, and for the perfection of our bond. This covenant I affirm, with the passion of my heart, the understanding of my mind, and the conviction of my soul.
This covenant I affirm, with the passion of my heart, the understanding of my mind, and the conviction of my soul. This covenant I affirm, with all the passion of my heart, the understanding of my mind, and the conviction of my soul.
My lord, I do offer you the covenant of water. In your house I shall dwell in kindness, which heals all wounds. I shall dwell in honesty, which makes fast the bonds of trust. I shall dwell in loyalty, which will honor you always. I shall dwell in generosity, which shall always put your needs before my own. And I shall above all dwell in joy that transcends all circumstances and understanding. For only in joy can the heart endure all things. This covenant I offer, with all the passion of my heart, the understanding of my mind, and the conviction of my soul.
This covenant I offer, with all the passion of my heart, the understanding of my mind, and the conviction of my soul. This covenant I offer, with the passion of my heart, the understanding of my mind, and the conviction of my soul.
I do accept your covenant of water, and I do now offer you my own. I shall rule my house with kindness, that no harm may come to those who dwell there. I shall rule my house with honesty, for without trust there can be no authority. I shall rule my house with loyalty, for only in sacrifice is love perfected. And I shall rule my house with the joy that transcends all things, for only in joy can a house endure. This covenant I affirm, with the passion of my heart, the understanding of my mind, and the conviction of my soul.
This covenant I affirm, with the passion of my heart, the understanding of my mind, and the conviction of my soul. This covenant I affirm, with all the passion of my heart, the understanding of my mind, and the conviction of my soul.
Now, you may kiss the bride, and the covenant shall be complete.
Silence! Do not fear the darkness. It may contain 10,000 unseen terrors, but not one of them is greater than the terror that stands before your very eyes. So now, in stillness, you can see the light of hope is not yet extinct.